Hangout is live. Hey everybody, welcome to a very special live Shawn Miller show. Hey everybody, welcome to Zeeland, Michigan. We're in the Clock building and we're doing a very special one-day business acceleration intensive with me and all of these really cool entrepreneurs. Everybody say hi. Hey. And we have a special guest all the way from Phoenix, Arizona, Kellan Fluckiger. The great Kellan. Can we hear you, sir?
You bet. Hello, how you doing?
Awesome, awesome. Kellan, you're looking good, sir.
Thank you. Thank you. You are too. And that's a nice room you're in. A lot of good people looking around there, so most excellent.
We're doing good. We're having a lot of fun so far. We're climbing we've set the base of the Pyramid of Allure, and we're beginning to climb the Pyramid of Allure. And as you know, that's a pretty exciting space. So, folks, the reason that I have Kellan on as my guest is Kellan's very important to me. He's a very, very successful business guy and a really, really good guy. But he's also very important to me because he is my personal breakthrough coach. And he is helping me to, what in his jargon, break the cage of the upper limit barriers and things that I do to get in my own way and prevent me from being as successful as I want to be. And Kellan is very, very uniquely gifted in that space. And so I'm grateful that he could fit time in his schedule to come into this space and share with you what he can do for, to help you, what he's doing for me. Kellan, is that a fair intro?
Perfect.
Awesome. Can you tell us what I told him what I told him, but what gives you the right to tell these people how they can break through in their own lives?
Okay, so I expect everyone in the room is an entrepreneur and very successful, or you wouldn't be sitting here. And I know Shawn's very successful in his space as well. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you 2 minutes. And this is stuff I don't normally talk about a lot because it feels like bragging, and I don't normally do that. I've been a C-level executive in 2 countries. I've had a contract with the Queen of England. I've testified before Congress. I'm a concert-level pianist. I've been an executive for 30 years and have spoken all over the world on stages. I am a second-degree black belt, and I am currently in a choir that has released 4 albums in the last 2 years, and 2 of them charted #1 on Billboard. And the list goes on. So in terms of having accomplished an enormous amount, my speaker intro that I use from stage says that I've had 5 parallel lives. It's actually true. Some of the reasons are a little crazy, but it's true. I wear the title the High Performance Grandmaster, and I wear it with good reason. All of those things are true, and you can look me up, and half my writings before Congress and the Alberta legislature and so forth are online, and I have thousands and thousands of personal hits. So that's what gives me the right to talk about extraordinary achievement. That's what gives me, and that performance that I'm doing is right now. So I'm not talking about stuff 10 years or 20 years ago. That #1 Billboard album was last year, or the first part of this year. Oh, it was Christmas. Okay, this year. And so we're talking about now. And so the things that I have developed are things that I have developed for myself over the years to do this extraordinary pile of achievement and to help others do the same. Because the reason I kept getting hired as a hired gun to go everywhere and fix things is because I could put together teams that could do impossible stuff. All right, done with the bragging. Shawn?
That's good bragging. And I'm grateful that we could get a few minutes of your time. That's really, really cool. We had a lot of people I know watching online as well. And Kellan, you understand conceptually what we're challenging these people here to do today is to really up their game. We're challenging them to up their game at a strategic level and to put themselves in a position that they can have the level of influence and access that they really dream about in their hearts of hearts to make the impact that they really want to make for the world. The question is, what are they going to do to derail that along the way? What might happen to them that might cause them to not feel like they can do that?
Okay, so this is not interactive. I hate things where I go sit. When I go speak on stages, I get off stage, walk in the audience, walk around, and mess with people's heads. So I can't do that in the room right now, so consider yourselves lucky at this particular moment because I can't walk around and mess with your head. So I'm going to do it over the microphone, and I'm asking you please to participate. If you don't want to participate, that's okay, but it tells me a lot about whether or not you're serious about breaking through to the next level. So the first question is, right now Shawn's talking to you about a level of access and power in your business that you do not currently enjoy. Celebrity status, the status of where people come to you. I know what that's like because people do it to me. So I'm going to ask you a question. How many of you right this minute, by show of hands, and don't do this, believe that you can achieve more power and influence in the business that you have than you currently enjoy? How many of you believe you could do that if you wanted to? Thank you very much for actually raising your hands and participate, because this is what that's about. Now, how many of you also know at this very moment that you have set goals, objectives, New Year's resolutions, and other things out in the future and done it in the past in a way that never come true, don't last until maybe the 10th of January, and then you go, ah, crap, stuff got in the way? How many of you have done that too by show of hands? Okay, good, all of you, good. Then welcome to the human race. So it is not magic. Breaking the cage is not magic. Okay? The first element of breaking the cage is simply acknowledging that you're in one. That doesn't mean you're not doing what you want. You've built a business. You're an entrepreneur. You're making money. You're providing for yourself. You're breathing. You're eating. You're here. And you have some level of importance and notoriety in both your city and your business. Great. But you want to jack that up a bunch. And that takes some simple steps. So step one. And then I'll pause and see if Shawn has some more questions. Step one is simply to acknowledge your own upper limits. What is in my way? And in fact saying, you know what, there is something in my way. I do sabotage myself. I do make goals that I don't achieve. I do give up too easy. I may not know why. I may let life get in the way. I don't know. I'm not bad because of it. It's not a sin. It's just one of those things I do. And I know that if I had the right help, I could get this on and get it done. So step one is simply that acknowledgement, because most people don't even get that far. So that's step one. Shawn?
No, that's good, man. I appreciate that. What's well, I gotta ask, what's step two?
Step two is getting the help you need. No professional, not me, not Shawn, not anyone has achieved their maximum level of performance, or even close to their max, without help, without a mentor, without a coach. I saw an interview with Phelps after the last Olympics when he blew the record of Olympic golds out of the water, and he was talking on TV, and maybe you saw it too, when he talked about how many times he wanted to sneak out of the gym and not do the workout, and he snuck out the back door and all that stuff. And we're talking about the most decorated Olympic athlete in the history of the world. Oh, man, I didn't want to go do that. So you think he depended on his coach to get in his face and hold him accountable to some goals that he had set for himself? You sitting right there now, are no different. If you want to achieve the level of performance that you dream, that you know you could have, if people recognize the depth of your skill and expertise, you know you could do more, serve more, make more money, have more influence. You know that sitting here right now because you just raised your hand. And if you want to do that, step two, after acknowledging, you know what, I'm not doing it. I'm not making the goals that I know I could do it. What an idiot. I'm going to get some help. I'm going to get somebody to come and hold me accountable. Set some realistic goals. It's got an outside perspective. That's step two.
Awesome. Awesome. Well, shoot. What's step three, buddy?
Okay. Step three is to get committed. Get committed. I am committed. I get up every single day. I work out. I do a long meditation. Now, you might think sitting here this is weird, but I can tell you right now that I meditate for an hour, and it makes 2 hours. I have 25 hours in my day. That's one of the reasons I get stuff done. And I get it by meditating one, and it gives me 2. So I have 25 hours in my day, which is one of my secrets. And so step 3 is to get committed, meaning I'm going to do this no matter what. I got to turn off a fan. I know it sounds weird freezing there in Michigan, but it's warm here in Phoenix this morning. Maybe because I just came in from working out a little while ago, maybe whatever, so I turned a fan on. I know that seems weird, and it wasn't a heater, okay, but you'll just have to deal with that. So step 1 is acknowledging where you are. Step 2 is getting the help and the coaches you need. I know people that have 4 and 5 coaches. Sometimes I have 2 or 3 or 4 at the same time. Right now I have less than other times, but you need to get them. And step 3 is to get committed. Hell or high water, I'm going to get this done. That's step 3.
Kellan, you mentioned a minute ago, you talked about 2 things. You talked about meditation and you talked about exercise. This is a business conference. Now, I know one of the things that you do with me, you call it a core 4, and there's some things that I need to do every day. I don't know if that's true for everybody, but we're talking about a business conference, we're talking about breakthrough performance. How is that working out, and how is that meditation? How are those other things? Why is that? Why do you share that? Why is that relevant?
Do you think that Michael Phelps, standing on the podium, getting ready to dive in the water and do any one of his gold medal laps, particularly at this last Olympics, was focused when he was standing on that platform on winning? How many of you think he was totally focused? Put your hands up right now.
Sure.
How many of you think he was busy being distracted about other stuff? Oh, worrying about what was going on at home or what was going on anywhere else? Not a chance. Not a chance. He was doing pictorial representations of victory. He was visualizing every stroke, the turn, the flip, the stretch for the button. He was visualizing and powerfully enjoying that. Learning to visualize and focus your mind is a skill. It's not an accident. He wasn't born with it. If you want to develop skill like no other, to visualize and to create power, create the time that I talk about, meditation is key. It teaches you the skill physically and mentally, emotionally, and spiritually to focus like nothing else. I know that. I've been a practitioner for 40 years, and I've written 5 books on meditation. Oh, I forgot about that. I'm an author as well. I have one in my big list before. I've written 9, but 5 on meditation. That skill teaches you something you can't get. And I will take somebody that takes time out of their day to meditate and focus over somebody else. I don't care what their skill level is, because the leverage is astronomical. So that's why I talk about meditation. Shawn referenced something called the core 4. So let me briefly tell you what that is. It is a key part to extraordinary achievement. How many of you have ever sat in your office at work and worried about the fact that you have family stuff that is unresolved? Nobody? Oh, my word. What room? Oh, okay. Thank you. My heck. Do you know why we do that? We do that because we do not create a balance in our lives. We do not intentionally attack what I call body, which is our physical health, being, which is our spiritual and emotional health, balance, which is our relationships, and business with the same intensity. We go after business because it's tangible and it's a distraction. It pulls us away from the mealy and the garbage at home and the arguments we had and the problems that are going on and the rough relationship and the kid problems and whatever else. Or it drags us out of the mind that we're out of shape and everything else. Well, I'm making $1 billion, so it's okay if I'm out of shape and sloppy, no problem. But it's really not, because you actually drain your energy on that. Now imagine for a minute. I want you to close your eyes right now for me. Just close your eyes, and I want you to imagine a scenario where every single day you touched in areas of your body, your health, your spiritual connection, your relationships, and your business. Every day you touched those, and you touched them in a meaningful and powerful way, so that you knew every area of your life was taken care of. How many of you think that would give you more focus and power? How many of you know that it would? Okay. It would. It does. So with my coaching clients, I create something called a core 4, which is those 4 areas and a way that you're accountable to me to touch, to yourself, really. I mean, it doesn't fix my life, but it makes you more powerful. You touch those areas every day. And in doing it, in the method that I help you learn and internalize, you create power so that you're not sitting at work worrying about stuff at home. And you're not sitting at home focused on your relationship and your kids, worrying about unfinished business at work. Imagine freeing up all that capacity. Freeing up all that emotional energy. So that's what the core 4 is about, and it is a central part of breakthrough work, one of many proprietary systems, to help you move from where you are to a place that you dream about and that you've seen other people achieve, and you sit there and wonder, how do they do that? Well, I can tell you. That's that part after step wherever we were.
That's cool, man. That's really, really cool. Hey, we've got some body people here. We've got a couple fitness people here. We've got some workout buffs here, and some people that do a lot of physical stuff. And we talked about the other day that 45 pounds is always 45 pounds, and it's very comforting in the gym because we have a fight we can control, right? In the gym, we've got a fight that we can control and a battle that we can win. And we like that space, a lot of us. You kind of spun that on me in a crazy way. You talked about a different type of gravity. What does that mean?
Well, how many of you have ever run up a flight of stairs quickly? Everybody, right? We've all run up stairs. Come on, wake up, hands up. How many have run up a flight of stairs really fast? Okay, good, me too. What happens when you run up a long flight of stairs?
I huff and puff. I don't know about the rest of you.
Okay, thank you. You're out of breath. You have, especially if it's a long flight, especially if it's like in the stadium and you're running up and down all the stadium stairs, right? When I went to university, there was a big long flight of 101 stairs, I know because I counted them, that was down a hill at where the university was. I used to run up and down those to kill myself. Okay, and so I get that, and you huff and puff at the top, right? And the reason you huff and puff is because you are working against gravity, right? Gravity we depend on. That's what the truth of the iron in the gym means. 45 pounds is always 45 pounds. You want to do 225, clean and jerks, 225 is going to be 225. Now, if you do them every week and every month, pretty soon 225 isn't as heavy for you anymore, but it's still 225 or it's still 45 or whatever it is. The weight is the same. What changes is your capacity. Now that's both good and a struggle. The struggle is crap. When you pick up a new weight that's heavy, crap, this is heavy. Oh man, tough, right? But you depend on that weight. You depend on it being the same all the time, pushing against you. Why? So you can build your muscle. So you can know when you're making progress because it becomes easier. You know of a truth that's still 50 pounds or whatever it was. But when it gets easier, you know you're developing. The iron didn't change. Okay, now I give that a name. You just call it gravity. I don't. I call it P, gravity, physical gravity. So write these things down. P, gravity, little p dash gravity. You depend on that. You live by it, you love it. It's the thing that makes your life work. If you did not have P, gravity, you wouldn't be able to pick up things. Nothing would sit on the table. You run upstairs and you'd go flying off the top and then bang your head against the ceiling, or if worse yet, take off in the sky forever and land on the moon. So you live and you work with P, gravity, and everything you do is based around that. I want to introduce you to a new concept. All of you know what it feels like to try to do something difficult, to change a habit. Right? You're going to change a habit. You're going to quit smoking. You're going to start working out. You're going to lose pounds. There was a time in my life when I got heavy and I had to lose 90 pounds. Yeah, almost 100. 90 pounds I lost. That was 20 years ago. I did it and I've kept it off. But here's the thing. When you set out to make one of those changes, and you know how come I had to lose 90 pounds? Oh, I got lost in the corporate grind. I got pounding on my career. I wanted to make money and get advanced. I didn't have time to work out. I was just going to push that money button all the way up, and guess what? I did. I got so I was making a lot of money. I've made millions over the years, right? But guess what? I was a fat slob, and I didn't like it. And I started having kids, and it was like, hey, I can't go play with the kids. I'm a fat pig. I hate this. So I did what I'm telling you to do. I made a decision to change it. Well, that was what I called myself. I'm not talking about anybody else. All right. So here's the next piece. When you make a decision to change, you have all of this argument that holds you down. I don't have time. I worked out yesterday. I'm sore. I don't really have time to finish this strategic plan. I've got these other things to do. The kids have got soccer and ballet, and I promised my wife, husband, I'd be home. And, crap, I'll do this later. And business is okay anyway. I don't really need to move up to some next level. I can't even figure out what it is. Yeah, blah, blah, blah. And we all do that. We do it in business. We do it with our body. We do it with our spiritual connection. Yeah, someday I'll figure out who God is and what all that stuff is and what this other crap, I don't know, whatever. I don't believe in that stuff anyway, but we have this nagging feeling there's something more, but we're too lazy to go do it, right? We all have this feeling. Do you know what that resistance is? It is gravity. It is not P gravity. It is S gravity. Now write this down. S dash gravity. It is spiritual gravity. I will tell you two things. It exists. It is real. It is not a construct that I'm creating to help you understand or me understand why I get lazy. I can demonstrate with the laws and equations of quantum physics, and yes, I do that too, that it is real. There are standing scalar waves and zero-point energy and things that actually exist that we can talk about, but we don't have time because we don't only have a half an hour. But there is a resistance, an energetic gravity that pushes against every energetic motion that we try to make, and that is the source of that resistance. You need to be as grateful for that resistance as you are for the physical gravity, because without it, you would not develop any spiritual or energetic muscle. You would not develop the power to change. You would not develop the strength to keep commitments. That is by design. The design is for physical gravity to work with the body and for S gravity to work with the will and the spirit and the emotional strength and turn us into people of character, will, and integrity. That is the reason. So when you feel like not doing something, it's just climbing the stairs, man. It's just climbing the stairs. It is the natural existence. It is the natural frame of energetic construct. It pushes us down. It's like laying on your bed and a barbell on your chest. So if you've ever laid in the gym with the barbell on your chest, you're like, crap, I can't get up. It's exactly how we feel when we're laying in bed and we're supposed to get up. Crap, I got a barbell on my chest. I can't get out of bed. I don't want to. It's cold outside. Or I'm lazy, or I didn't get enough sleep last night. Same gig. S, gravity. Understand it, learn it, appreciate it, embrace it. And then fight against it, struggle against it, work with it. Don't actually fight. Work with it like you work with P gravity. And it will strengthen your will, it will strengthen your resolve, it will strengthen your integrity. So complaining about that resistance is one, futile, and two, counterproductive. Learning to work with it is the key.
Embrace that struggle, right? That's a beautiful thing. Kellan, we're just about out of time, and I'm a little bit blown away by that. That's so powerful and we're gratefully, or we're just about out of time. So I think that you know it's awesome to have a business event like this and talk about the business strategy, but to bring somebody with your level of authority and unique story to talk about, you know, very powerfully that the business is just not enough to achieve the type of, you know, multiplication level growth that we want to achieve. And I'm really grateful that we could get you for a few minutes for that. And you have on your lower third, there's a website, Kellan, but if people wanted to connect with you after today, if they wanted to learn more about what you do and maybe even work with you like I do, how would they connect with you?
Okay, I'm going to give you two things. I'm going to give you something I have never done before, and I'm going to do it because Shawn's a client. I have a program. I used to call it Master Your Monsters. I now call it Blasting Bob, Barriers, Obstacles, and Blocks. But it's a simple audio course dealing with procrastination, with fear, with I'm not good enough, with I have no time, and all of those beasties, barriers, barriers, obstacles, and blocks that we all have in our lives. Here, I'm going to give you the URL for that. I will post it in the group chat, or Shawn, will you give it to him?
Yeah, man.
All right, I will give it to you right now. It's in somewhere in either in this group chat, but that'll disappear. I'll put it in the event or something. Where would you like it?
Yeah, we'll put it in the event description.
Okay, good. It is, well, it doesn't matter. It's a big, long lead pages link, so I'll just give it to you. But here's the thing I'm going to offer to you guys I've never offered before. That course is cheap. Okay, it's $297, but I'm going to offer it to you for $197. Now, I've done that before, so that's not the thing I'm offering. What I'm offering to you that I've never done before is this. Anyone that gets that today, and it's going up to $397 in the new year because I'm redoing it as video. So I'm going to do them all as video and add some more. And so there's two parts to this offer, and I don't know why I'm doing this, but this is Shawn's my friend. Number one, if you get it today, I will upgrade you to the free video when I get it done in January. So you'll get the video one, which is going to be $397. The second thing I'll do, which I absolutely have never done anywhere before, and a thing popped up on my screen, so I've got to get rid of it. Just a second. I've never done before is I will give anyone that gets it today a free half-hour consultation. That means I will get on Skype with you or on a Hangout, and you can record it, and I will talk about what your problems, barriers, blocks, and obstacles are, and I will get you a plan to move yourself to the next level. Now, I have never given anybody a free consultation for getting this product. I give people free consultations occasionally when I speak from stage and as a marketing tool. But for doing this today, because Shawn's my client, I will give you a free consultation of a half an hour, which is $500, frankly. My rack rate's $1,000 an hour. So that's $500 worth of consultation. Now, the lower third on the, so I will give you a link for that. It doesn't say on that page that I will give you that consultation because I don't offer that. That link is for sale. So I'm telling you that, and Shawn's here, and so you know me and he knows me. The stuff on the thing is breakthecagenow.com. Breakthecagenow.com is the name of a program that I have. There is an opt-in page there. If you sign in there, and I will communicate with you. That is not a purchase link. It is a link about what I do, and it gets you to a place where we can consult. So if you're interested in working with me as a client, like Shawn does, then Break the Cage Now is there. But I will get a hold of you either way. So this other course, I will let you know. Break the Cage Now is a way to get on my list. So I give you stuff. That other link, speedtoprofitmarketing.com, story 1. I'm not sure that that works. It might. It's a story template. So I'm going to give, all confusion aside, I'm going to give Shawn a link. Go there, do that. Is that instruction clear?
Yes.
Now, I only got to step, just a sec, I only got to step 3 today. There are 5 steps to getting that thing. Sorry, we didn't have time. We got tracked on all the other stuff. Shawn, thank you for letting me talk to your wonderful assembly of cool people today. If I made you uncomfortable, good. If I did not make you uncomfortable enough to take some action, bad. If you're ready to move yourself to the next level, pay attention to what Shawn M. Miller teaches you today. He is a master at getting celebrity branding, at getting exposure, and he has the smarts to turn to get people to help him break the cage, the barriers that he lives behind. I hope and wish the best of holiday cheer for all of you and power for your objectives in the new year.
Awesome. Everybody, thank you, Kellan. That wraps us up. We're over time. Kellan, thank you so much. I'm so grateful that you can join us. This Shawn Miller Show is signed out. We'll be back on the air at 1:30. See everybody later. Thanks, Kellan.